What is going on, guys? Today I have my top 5 stand-up coasters, and how this video got inspired is I was thinking about how I had done every hydraulic launch coaster in the USA, and I was like, are there any other categories that I can check that off? And I saw that the one that was at California's Great America had been converted, so that means that I've done every stand-up that's in the US right now, as well as one defunct one that was Mantis at my home park at Cedar Point. So without further ado, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to rank the 5 stand-ups that I've done and the 4 that are still operating in the US. So be sure to stay tuned to the video, and here we go into the ranking. Alright, sorry, so I know there wasn't a stand-up in that entire first clip. That was me just walking up to Six Flags Over Georgia and being surprised that there were 2 B&Ms staring at me, and I figured that'd be an okay clip to use for the start. But at number 5, and that's not to say that any of these rides are bad, they're all classic good B&Ms, but number 5 is going to be Green Lantern at Six Flags Great Adventure. And this, this wasn't a bad ride, and this complaint I can say that I have about every single stand-up, and is that you do get that feeling like, I don't know if it's your shins or behind where your knees are at. If you're tall and you stand straight up, or if you bend your knees, I've still gotten it, but you will get this feeling because of how intense the rides are, and it is not very comfortable. It's equivalent to like getting the blood rushing to your feet on an invert, but it goes to that spot on a stand-up. And I had that probably the most on this ride, and even though I like this ray-up on it, I don't remember this ride being that much. I just remember I had the most pain of any other stand-up I had on this ride. So it's not a terrible ride, but I know a lot of people share the experience with this B&M, so this is going to take the number 5 spot. Alright, again, coming in at the number 4 spot is a ride that I'm not going to say was a bad ride, but I'm going to say when you look at the layout and compare it to the rest of them, it just has the most uninspired layout, and I still had that same pain on this one, but just when you look at the layout of this one, I feel like this one definitely deserves to be underneath Green Lantern based off of the pain level and when you look at just the layout as a whole. Now, I'm sorry, this is the only POV I ever had where I was standing up, so I am looking a little straight down at the track. But here is Vortex at Carowinds. Now, it wasn't a bad ride. I only did do it the one time in the front, though. It did get aligned, so I definitely would not wait for this. Is this a bad ride by any means? No. I definitely think it deserves a number 4 stand-up, though, especially when I sit here and think about all of the other rides that are above it. So at the number 4 spot, we have Vortex at Carowinds.
My legs are off. My legs are.
Coming in at the number 3 spot is definitely the ride that is the most sentimental to me on this list. It is going to be Mantis at Cedar Point. Now, I absolutely loved this coaster, and I do have a Rougarou POV, to at least compare it to, although I miss that old color scheme so much. I loved Mantis, and I felt like it is much better than Rougarou just because the stand-up experience going through that layout was unique. Even though it is very close to Green Lantern, I don't know why, but I remember this one being so much better, so much more forceful, but I didn't get the same pain level at the same time. So I don't know. I loved Mantis. The color scheme was absolutely beautiful. I even loved the theme, and every time I walk over to Rougarou, I just think about it every single time. This was such a quality ride. Not that Rougarou is a bad ride or anything. I will never complain about anything like that. But this was just a great ride. Definitely deserves the number 3 spot at the stand. I could even see myself putting it a little bit higher.
This is pretty cool doing this in the front. Please don't be rough, though. pretty good. I almost grayed out, low key. That's pretty good.
I know, it's like pulling my feet up.
We might as well head over to Millennium now. Oh yeah, that was definitely headbanging.
Like, pulled all the water out.
Nice.
Alright, now we are cracking into our top 2, and these are honestly, they're pretty interchangeable. They're both really quality rides, but the one I will have at number 2, just because I feel like the layout isn't as good as the number 1 spot, is Georgia Scorcher at Six Flags Over Georgia. Now this was a great ride, and I honestly feel like they should have made them all on this, small scale level, although I do love the big scale layout that Riddler's Revenge has, which is going to be number 1, spoiler alert. But this is a great layout, and I won't say that one element is a wave turn. That's not how it feels like to me while I was on the ride. But this is just a great layout. There is some intense moments. I did get that feeling, but it's just a good layout for a stand-up. It's right up in the front of the park. It's in a nice little area, and I don't know, for some reason this ride stood out not only on this park to me, but as a stand-up. And you'll hear a lot of people talk about this as one of their more favorite stand-ups. And then last but not least, and coming in at the number 1 spot, is a ride that I did this so long ago. Honestly, I did a lot of my stand-ups a long time ago. Sorry for that phone call. I did a lot of stand-ups a long time ago, but my number 1 stand-up is going to be Riddler's Revenge at Six Flags Magic Mountain. And this ride, I went to Magic Mountain, for Twisted Colossus, X2, Goliath, and so many rides like that. But I remember coming off Riddler's Revenge and being like, wow, that was amazing. This custom layout, this large-scale layout is absolutely amazing. B&M really knocked it out the park with this. I feel like it should... If there's any stand-up they should clone Six Flags, I would clone this one. We saw the vest restraints on the stand-up model. Also, inspiration for this video, but I'm wondering if they'll do anything like this, because Riddler's Revenge, such a big ride, I love this ride. And even though in that section was a little dead, and I could have done this more when I was there, I absolutely love this ride. This layout, I feel like I could put this ride up there with Kumba. I love the layout and how it flowed through it and the intensity through it. So that's why Riddler's Revenge comes in at the number 1. I feel like in terms of all the standouts, the stand-ups, this one had the best layout and went the best through it. And even with the pain level and the intense moments, I didn't even mind it on this ride. Just the layout was so amazing. I was like, wow, they did an incredible job putting this in that area. And that is going to do it with this list of top 5 stand-ups. And you really can tell going back and watching, so I am going to apologize for this video. It's a lot of these stand-ups I haven't ridden in so long, so going back and looking at the footage and the pictures, I'm sorry that it's not of the highest of quality, and I don't necessarily have everything to say about every single bit of each of these rides layout, just because it was such a long time ago. But I do appreciate every one of you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. I've been doing a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Let's Play going on, so be sure to subscribe for more of that, and I'll see you in the next one.
Can you catch me?